Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to unlock something pretty special, a whole new way of looking at the grand sweep of human history. I'm not just talking about dates and events, but the story of how our actual consciousness has evolved over time. Have you ever looked back at ancient civilizations and just thought, what were they thinking? It's like their whole mindset is from another planet. In fact, one cultural historian put it perfectly. It seems that they were aliens. Their worldview, their logic, it can be so baffling to us now. So, is there a way to make sense of it all? What if there's a lens that can make their world, well, understandable? Not by looking at the usual stuff, like battles and kings, but by tapping into something called an inner or esoteric tradition. Think of it like a secret river of knowledge flowing just beneath the surface of what we call history. Okay, to really use this lens, we've got to get on the same page with a few key ideas. Let's call it our toolkit for building this whole new perspective. All right, first tool in the box, esotericism. It literally comes from the Greek word for internal. And that's exactly what it's about. The idea that for a lot of teachings, there's the story everyone gets, and then there's the inner secret doctrine. The deep stuff, meant only for initiates. It's the hidden knowledge behind the official story. Next up, we have Hermeticism. Now, this is an ancient philosophy built on a really elegant and powerful idea. You've probably heard the phrase, as above, so below. That's the core of it. It's this belief that the big patterns of the universe, the macrocosm, are perfectly mirrored in us, the microcosm. We're a reflection of the cosmos. And our third tool is occultism. Don't let the word scare you. It just comes from the Latin for hidden. It's really the study of the hidden connections and secret laws that run the universe, the stuff that's maybe beyond what our regular science or religion can see. So you take these three, esotericism, hermeticism, and occultism, and boom, you've got the foundation for our new lens on history. So that's the toolkit, but how does it actually work for understanding history? Well, it gives us a completely different kind of calendar. We're not talking days and months here. We're talking about huge, sweeping, cosmic ages. And the key to this whole cosmic calendar is something totally real, an astronomical phenomenon called the precession of the equinoxes. Okay, picture a spinning top. As it starts to slow down, it gets the slow wobble, right? The Earth does the exact same thing on its axis. And because of that tiny wobble, over thousands of years, the spot where the sun rises on the first day of spring slowly drifts backward through the constellations of the zodiac. And here is where it gets really interesting. This slow astronomical drift slices up human history into these massive chunks called great eras. Each one lasts for about 2,000 years, give or take, and each era is linked to a different sign of the zodiac. The wild part? According to this framework, each sign doesn't just hang out in the sky, it actively imprints its own unique vibe, its own style of consciousness, culture, and mythology onto all of humanity living in that era. Okay, so let's take this cosmic key and actually use it to unlock the past. Our first stop, the era of Taurus the Bull. We're talking roughly 4,000 to 2,000 BCE. Think early Egypt, think Sumeria. Let's dive in. So what was the vibe of the Taurian age? Well, this really paints a picture. Their whole operating system was mythological thinking. Time wasn't a line going from A to B for them. No, it was a great big circle. A repeating cycle, just like the seasons. Their societies were all about stability, tradition, and gathering things, knowledge, resources, land. And who was at the very center of their spiritual universe? The Great Mother. Figures like Isis or Inanna, powerful symbols of fertility and the earth itself. But of course, the cosmic clock keeps ticking. So around 2000 BCE, everything changes. Humanity rolls into a brand new age, the fiery, aggressive era of Aries, the Ram. And let me tell you, this was a massive shift. It didn't just tweak the old world, it shook it to its very foundations. This was a totally different world. It was an age of conflict, of movement, kicking off with huge migrations of people. That old, cozy, cyclical view of time shattered. It was replaced by something brand new, the idea of linear time, the idea that history has a beginning, a middle, and an end. This was the age of conquest, of massive empires led by warrior kings. And the gods changed too. Forget the Great Mother. Now it was all about aggressive male warrior gods like Eris or Mars. The whole focus of humanity shifted from stability to expansion, from the community to the individual, assertive ego. And when you put them side by side like this, the contrast is just staggering.
It's like the entire operating system of human consciousness got a complete overhaul. Cyclical time became linear history. The nurturing great mother goddess was pushed aside for the conquering warrior god. I mean, even the metal that defined the age changed. They went from copper, which is associated with Venus, the ruler of Taurus, to hard, aggressive iron, the metal of Mars, the ruler of Aries. It's all connected.
Now, it's super important to be clear here. This esoteric timeline isn't trying to throw out your history textbook. It's not about that. Think of it as a powerful model, a different kind of lens you can look through. It helps us see those deep, hidden currents of cultural change. And maybe, just maybe, it makes the alien mindsets of our ancestors feel a little less alien after all. So this framework gives us a map, right? It shows us the path of consciousness evolving from the earthy stability of Taurus, through the fiery conflict of Aries, and then into the era of Pisces, which kicked off around year 0. And that brings us right up to, well, now. We're standing on the edge of the next great shift. So it leaves us with this huge provocative question. What could the coming era of Aquarius possibly mean for us, for the future of our own consciousness? What do you think comes next?